Alright, hey guys. Today we're going to talk about my favorites. Yeah, I do just have piles of cloth diapers everywhere. And I saw that the it thing to do was do the 2018 favorites tag on YouTube. And YouTube told me that everybody else was doing it, so I thought I would join the cool kids club. Sounds like a plan? I mean, you're not really a cloth diaper vlogger until you've done it. So I'm going to pull up the list. We're going to see how this works because most of my favorite cloth diapers right now are dirty, and everything that you can kind of see up there is stuff that I don't really like, but maybe it will help. Okay, question 1. What is my favorite style? And my favorite style of cloth diaper is... My favorite cloth diaper style is to use a cloth diaper cover and to use a pre-fold diaper. These are the Bummies pre-folds. Bummies went out of business this year. So sad. But I think that a cotton pre-fold like this in a diaper cover like this is my favorite style. This is what I use probably 70% of the time, and it is like what I always recommend. My favorite brands of cloth diapers would be Omaki, Mother Ease, and Nuggles. 3 super awesome Canadian cloth diapers, and that's just where my loyalty lies as a Canadian mom and person. I just love supporting Canadian businesses. So while there are a ton of great American cloth diapers that I do love, what I keep most in my stash and what I continue to buy is definitely the Canadian products. Also, I really think that these Canadians are doing an amazing job at their prints as well as their cloth diaper design. My favorite color when it comes to cloth diapers, I'm not someone who buys solids. I just don't. Like, honestly, I have a couple solid diapers, mostly because I bought them secondhand because I wanted to try the diaper, not because I intentionally purchased it. So if I was to say, like, if I was to buy solids, I would buy pink and purple, even though my son's favorite color is red and my daughter tends to lean towards dinosaurs. Yeah. We just don't do colors. My favorite print has been the florals. Favorite print would be, this is English Roses by Omaki. This is Bloom by Mother Ease. I also really love the Omaki Peony, which maybe we can put a shot right there. Yeah. Isn't that a beautiful diaper? I love it. I also really loved Anything Dinosaur. This is my daughter's favorite print right now. This is a Melissa Makes. You've seen it in a couple of my laundry wash videos. It's just got dinosaurs. She just loves it. It's super cute. My favorite closure always snaps. I actually don't know if I own any hook and loop diapers. I think I have one. Yeah, I have one. But everything else is snaps. And I know the snaps seem intimidating because you're like, oh, what about the babysitter? Seriously, the babysitter knows how to do snaps. She can do the buttons up on her pants. She can tie her shoelaces. She can snap on a diaper. It's not that hard. My favorite type of cloth diaper? In questions, it's got size. I'm like a one size girl. Everything here is a one size. I prefer a bigger size. So I do have, like, this is a Nuggles size 2, and this is a Thirsty size 2. Like a couple, I don't like diapers that fit small, so I don't own a lot of Rumperoos. And my favorite swim diaper. I'll be right back. Alright, guys, when it comes to swim diapers, my favorite, for the longest time, my favorite was the Bummies. They're not in business anymore, so what's the point of telling you about how awesome this swim diaper is? My other go-to choice is the Omaki. You can tell this one's really well loved. It's got lots of stains on it. It's a side snap, and it's also got a little bit of added absorbency for that time when your child pees while you're walking to the pool. Otherwise, I do also really like the Apple Cheeks, and I do own that one, and I think it's just in my daughter's drawers. But there are a lot of great options when it comes to swim diapers, and probably the Omaki, the Bummies if it was still in production, as well as the Apple Cheeks would be my favorites. My favorite cloth diaper in my stash. How could I choose a favorite, guys? I don't think I could single anyone out. But right now, if you were to look at my cloth diaper stash, I am mostly using Mother-Ease all-in-ones, Omaki all-in-ones, as well as the Omaki Cabrillo set. That is primarily what I use over like every day. So maybe we can call that my favorites. It does put a little disclosure here that I am an Omaki ambassador. My favorite laundry detergent, guys, I use Tide. I also have a lot of reservations about Tide right now. I'm kind of beginning to learn more about how Tide works and that optical brighteners and some of the things that are in Tide aren't necessarily good for the environment in the long run. So I am working on it and making that shift, but it's hard to change something that works so good. My favorite diaper cream is Delish. Delish is a Kamloops-based company that makes an amazing rash cream, and I love it, and it works on my kids. Truthfully, I rarely ever have to use rash cream. That's why I don't know where it is. I use rash cream maybe like once every 6 months. My kids just aren't very rashy to begin with, and they don't react to cloth diapers at all. And it's usually only when we're having really bad teething rashes or if someone's doing secret poops and then they sit in their poop for a little long. My favorite cloth wipe, again, this is the problem with deciding to do this video on laundry day. My favorite cloth wipe is the Thirsties wipe. You got that? Thirsties. I know that the Grovia wipe has a ton of hype, and it was my favorite wipe until Thirsties released a new wipe earlier this year, and their smooth organic cotton Thirsties wipe is top notch. Favorite material when it comes to cloth diapers is, I think that cotton gets a bad rep in the cloth diaper industry. Everybody goes from microfiber to hemp, and they forget everything else in between. And cotton is my favorite cloth diaper material to use. It's it's like what I love to see inside of diapers. I don't really care for hemp. Hemp takes a long time to dry, and I don't really care for microfiber because it sheds, and I don't really care for bamboo because there's so many varying qualities of bamboo. Also, bamboo is more synthetic than natural fiber than you might think. So cotton inserts, so 100% cotton like these, or 100% cotton flats, they are my favorite, and I think that everybody underestimates the amazing power of cotton, and that good quality cotton is just the best thing that you can do for your cloth diapering experience. My favorite material for a wipe is also cotton. Most wipes are cotton. There are some bamboo terry wipes out there and some cotton terry wipes, but the Thirsties is an organic cotton, and cotton by far my favorite, and it holds up well. My favorite wipe solution is just water. Seriously, don't make it complicated, just water. I don't have the brain power to make a fancy. You guys have seen my cart in my full video, and I don't really like it. I also have these cubes up here. Maybe I'll include a nice picture of my cubes. That's a good way to store all of my cloth diapers I'm not using. I also have these plastic bins. I don't know. Check out the cloth diaper storage on Instagram. She's got some fun new ideas. I can't say that when it comes to storage solutions, I'm like the go-to person for that. I'm just kind of like a hot mess person, and if you've seen me in this video, you might see that I've got piles of cloth diapers over here. I've got piles of cloth diapers on the floor. So like, cloth diaper storage is not my forte. I missed a question. Number 8, which was my favorite overnight cloth diaper. This is a trick question because my daughter is a light wetter. She is becoming more of a heavy wetter now that she insists on going to bed with a water bottle. But because she's a light wetter, she doesn't really pee through a lot of diapers. I do have a great stash of fitted cloth diapers. I'm going to include the picture I just took for my next upcoming review for Sloom right here. And these are all great cloth diapers. I typically use the Mother-Ease Sandy's Fitted just because this is like 12 ounces of absorbency. It's not much. You'll need an insert if you have a really heavy wetter, but it fits great and it's a great choice. My other go-to choice is the Nuggles Fitted and the Nuggles cover on it, like the tuck wrap cover. These are great choices, and that's what I would go-to most days. And with my son, I went with a Sloom because he was a super heavy wetter, so that was my favorite nighttime choice. That's what just works for me. My favorite accessories, like bags and stuff. I use a lot of cloth diaper accessories. Double bag the other day, so it's got 2 pockets. That's my favorite kind of wet bag, is if it's got a pocket here and a pocket there. Boo! Best kind of wet bag ever. Yeah. So this one, and then Planet Wise also has a bag like this, and I love it. This was my first favorite place until they closed this year. Now I purchase everything from Lagoon Baby or directly from the brand. So I typically do buy Mother E's directly from Mother E's and a Mackie directly from a Mackie. But that's because until about sometime this year, they were still pretty hard to find in cloth diaper shops. But they are becoming more and more popular, and I think everybody should support them. Favorite thing about cloth diapers? I think my favorite thing about cloth diapers, not to get mushy, but is the cloth diaper community. I couldn't imagine spending the last 3 years of my parenting without the cloth diaper community. And I know that I have a really tight, small group of women that I met on the What to Expect app 3 years ago. And we moved to Facebook, and then we had some fighting and we had some drama. And now there's just a few of us left. Our kids are all about the same age, and we've just like gone through everything together as a group of women. And I know sometimes it's hard for me and hard for other people to stay connected, and we've got a lot of stuff going on in our lives, but I know that I can always go back to them. I always see them on other cloth diaper groups in the community, in like Rovia Families or All About Chat or Smart Bottoms. But that probably is my favorite thing about the cloth diapering, is just the community. It's also one of the reasons that I've started my podcast, is so that I could kind of bring that community out there and we can talk and learn more about brands and retailers directly from the horse's mouth instead of the hearsay. There's a lot of hearsay going on, and if you're a cloth diaper mom and you would love to share your story, I always love it when you email me. My email is bailey@clothdiaperpodcast.com, and we can share your story. I would love to interview you, or even written stories if you're not really comfortable in getting on the phone. But the cloth diaper community has definitely been my favorite thing. And if you're watching this video and you're new to cloth diapering and you're like, Bailey, but where do I find it? Just start interacting and commenting and engaging. People will begin to notice who you are, and that's like fills my heart with so much joy. And cloth diaper mamas are really open to sharing stories, and we love to support you in your cloth diaper journey as well as your parenting journey. Just don't be spammy about it. All right. That's all for the Cloth Diaper Podcast. Those are my favorites for 2018. I can't wait to see what my 2019 favorites will be, because I know that cloth diaper brands are constantly evolving and changing, and you never know what great products I'll be introduced to over the next year. Thanks for joining me.